Hey guys, this video is going to cover the 70-30 split. So it's a 70-30 custody and visitation schedule. Custody exchange has 5 examples, so I'm going to go through each example one by one. So the first example is every weekend schedule. So basically, mom or dad says, I want 70% of the time, and this is the schedule they come up with. In this instance, dad would get 70%. Because as you can see, the weekend time is not as long as the weekday time. So this would be dad right here. So mom would get every weekend. Now this plan is good because it doesn't switch days. So there's no way to get confused. You know where you're going to be as a child, and then you as a parent know that it's your day. Now you could get to a point where you get tired of just having a kid on weekends. So then you'd want to move out of 70-30. Maybe into a different 70-30 or into a different plan altogether, like a 60-40 or something else, or 50-50. It all depends on you and the other parent, whatever you guys can agree to. But in this instance, mom basically gets the kid from daycare or school, and basically would have the kid until Sunday. That would be pretty much Sunday evening. And so dad will start his schedule, Sunday night all the way until Friday morning. And obviously, again, these schedules might not matter for summers or holiday because, those schedules usually go above these, monthly schedules. So, just take that into consideration. That's it for this plan. So next plan would be 5-2. So in the 5-2, same thing. It's a set schedule. So in this case, mom has a lion's share of the time. Remember, mom's purple, dad's blue. So basically, they took one of the calendars from the future here, 2023 January, and this is just to illustrate an example. So as you can see, mom is on her time here, and then her time would end every Tuesday. So in this case, if school's in or daycare, dad, you would be picking up the kid from daycare on the Tuesday nights, and then basically you would do Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. No, Thursday morning. Sorry, because remember it's half right here, so that means mom gets that night. So that's where the 2 comes in. You get 2 nights, Tuesday night and Wednesday night, and this would be for the child's until you guys change it. Like you can do this till the child's not a child anymore at 18, right? Or maybe they're still children. You're always going to be your kids. So, this will work great if you have like a work schedule that limits you, or if you just want more time to yourself, or if you prefer like the child be with the other parent. Maybe, the situation's ideal for a child to be with the other parent more, and you guys both agree on it, or maybe they prove that through court or whatever. But at least the kid knows where he or she's going to be. On Sunday night, I'm always going to be with mom or dad. If this schedule is like flipped. So a 5-2 is pretty simple. I'm sure you can work with your lawyer. If these days don't work for you, your lawyer will come up with something, or you can use custody exchange to figure it out if you're not, working with lawyers. Like maybe you're mediating because you guys are both grown and aren't bitter, because there's a lot of grown people who are just bitter and just can't work together. The next schedule would be every third weekend schedule. So again, they took a time in the future, and they're going to illustrate this for you. So remember, we're going by nights. So this is dad's schedule. So obviously dad will have the kid from Sunday. Maybe they had him from Saturday night. You can kind of tell when you go to the end of the schedule who has who. So like the beginning of the schedule would be technically down here. So you'd see they obviously they had the kid from the previous Friday, and so that would be the schedule here. So you'd have them for that week, and then mom would take over, and then mom would go from Friday night all the way through next week, and then into the next week. And so 2 Fridays, the second Friday, that's when mom would drop the kid off at daycare, and then dad would pick up the kid, or you guys would exchange, somewhere, or again, school. So, This you would probably just need to pay attention to the calendar so you don't think that this Friday is actually the 13th. So, you should know though. You should be like, man, I haven't really had my kid as long, or hey, my kid hasn't been away that long. So if I don't think you really need a calendar to figure out that, you do not have your kid this week. So don't show up this week thinking it's your week. It's not your week. Yeah, don't do that. Keep a calendar, just in case. But this schedule is so simple. I feel like you don't really need a calendar for this one. This schedule like works for like older kids. I mean, if you guys are cool with it for a toddler, I don't see why it would be an issue. I mean, some toddlers might get fussy, but maybe not. But this is not a bad schedule. It's not that confusing, but hey, you never know. Next example would be every third day schedule. So basically, you have to go to the full calendar for this one. This one can get confusing. This one you might need to document, or have some kind of like Google Calendar or Apple Calendar set up, because as you can see, you know, we'll just start from Monday. So yeah, basically Monday, dad gives the child over to mom, or child gets picked up from daycare, and basically you would get one night as mom, and then dad would pick up the kid from daycare on Tuesday, and dad would get Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and then Tuesday morning, dad would drop the kid off at daycare, and mom would basically get you would get Thursday night, but not Friday night. That's dad's night. So yeah, in this situation, you can see who's getting the 30% here, but you're getting 30%. But one thing to consider though is that you're still getting a lot of like time with your kid, because it's like every 2 nights, but they still see you multiple times during the week. So again, this schedule works for in a situation where you definitely, in case there's no school, it'd be nice if you guys were close, and not too far. But at the end of the day, this might work for somebody who just, like I said, isn't maybe the ideal parent or doesn't have the time. A lot of times when you see these splits, it's not always because the other parent sucks. It's because the other parent works like a weird schedule or just isn't in the ideal situation right now. So maybe you do this schedule temporary. Maybe it just works for you guys. At the end of the day, you as a parent have to figure out what schedule is going to work best for you, and will be okay with the other party. But again, you can see who has the lion's share of the time. It's dad in this situation. Remember, dad is blue, so you can see, But this schedule can get confusing though, so you should definitely put this in the calendar or sign up to custody exchange or something and just kind of monitor it, because it could get tricky. But I think after you do a month or two of it, you'll get used to it. But as you can see, it's a lot of moving days here, so that could get tricky. So the next schedule, I think we got one more schedule, it looks like. So we did 4 already, so we're going to go to the last schedule. This is alternating weekend schedule on a 30. Well, this is not sure why that changed to an 80-20. So it says alternate weekends normally spent on, okay, so that's why. So wrong link. So but if you are in a 70-30, you can do, I guess you can put the third party time here and do the 30-70 this way. So this basically says this every weekend schedule gives the mother 70% of the time with the child and the father 30%. So this is what this schedule looks like. It's a bit confusing, but only because there's so many images and different steps that you have to read down here. But let me just kind of sum this up basically. So we're doing a 70-30. So this is the only thing that's relevant to us. All that's other time split. So in the 70-30 on the every weekend schedule, dad, you get the child every weekend, but mom, as you can see, you basically would get the child from daycare in this situation. So dad, you would get Sunday night, and you would also get Saturday night. So you see how they do the timeshare here. Like if you obviously had more time, dad, you would maybe get the kid on Friday, evening. But in this case, because you have less time, this is every weekend, dad. So you would basically, or mom, which whoever falls into that 30% range for every weekend, you would basically get the kid Saturday. So, the time is not set in stone. It's whatever you and your lawyer set. So if it's 9 a.m., then it's 9 a.m. Because some people are really petty, and they will basically make it like you're kidnapping your child if you don't show up at 9 a.m. So if 9 a.m. doesn't work for you, then do 12 a.m. Well, not 12 p.m. in this situation, because a.m. would be midnight. Bad idea. So yeah, 12 p.m. or 10 a.m. or something a little bit later. But yeah, dad, you basically would get every Saturday night and every Sunday night. And I feel like when people get this plan, after a while, I know somebody that's in a similar plan. It's probably not a 30/70, but every weekend, some people aren't gonna like it. You might feel like you can't do anything with your weekends but spend time with your kid, which they're your kids. Like, just spend time with them. So if you sign up to this, then either change it for something that works better for you in a 30/70, or take less time or take more time, but always put the kids first. And that's pretty much it for the 30/70 examples. You can definitely come up with different examples with your lawyer. Work with your lawyers, to figure this out. Or if you're not involved in lawyers, work with the mediator, or work with each other if you can actually talk to each other. I don't know why it's been like a common thing for, like, it doesn't work out, maybe it's a bad breakup, and one party feels slighted or whatever, and it's like a common thing now for everybody to be constantly warring with each other. I don't know when that became cool. Maybe it's always been like that, but it sucks, man. It really sucks for the kid. The kids catch on, man. So y'all parents need to get it together and just work it out, man, for the kids, man. Don't do it for you. It's for the kids, man. You guys are old, man. Just put the kids first, man. They got more life, man. Put them first, man. Put your differences aside, man, and sign up the custody exchange, or find out some program that does mediation for less, man. You're paying lawyers a lot of money, just to handle your divorces or something, man. I've never been married, but if I were to be divorced, man, I'd hate to go the court route. I'm doing the court route now, and this is out of wedlock, and it sucks. So I recommend that you guys let bygones be bygones and use something like custody exchange to help you, create a 70/30 plan, and go to a mediator, and just, it's way cheaper, and just, get this, in an actual, like, contract or something, like, have it actually, you don't have to go the judge route and the lawyer route, man, and waste money, man. You guys can definitely go to, like, some mediation program and figure this out. So please do it for the kids. All right.